Alright, so to open the gearbox, first you gotta take a little screw, put it in the back right here through the hole, and you want to push the spring and the spring guide down. You can see there, right there, just like that. You want to find a flathead of some sort, and then use it as leverage to pry the gearbox apart. As you can see what I'm doing here, I'm sticking it in the front and just prying it open right there. I'm just focusing for you guys a little bit more. There we go. Just prying open the gearbox right there. Of course, the spring will come out sometime. I mean, the trigger will come out. There we go. Front half of the gearbox. Of course, the trigger will come out sometimes, and it's nothing to worry about. Don't worry. There, trigger. I will be replacing that soon, possibly with a speedier type trigger, so I can get some really nice crisp trigger pulls. So you can see the ASCU right there, the micro switch, and for your spring and spring guide, there we have it. And this here, starting off from the top, this here is the spring guide with ball bearings. As you can see, you have ball bearings right there. Let me focus that in for you guys. God damn it. Boom. Ball bearing spring guide. Alright, this is by Magic Box. It's aluminum, by the way. And if you guys do hear your spring, which is this right here, this is a M100 spring, by the way, by Amp. If you guys do hear a little twanging noise, when you guys are shooting your gun after you guys like upgraded it or something like that, don't worry. It's just the sound of the spring, resetting itself, and you're shaking along the spring guide right here. All right. Next up, we have the piston right here. This here is the workhorse of the gearbox. Okay, this thing is like its bitch. All right, as you can see, this is the Action Army palm piston. I think this is also the what they call the Airsoft GI palm piston as well. As you can see, it has one tooth removed, right? One tooth removed right here. This is where that tooth would be, and I took the liberty of shaving this tooth down, just removing it completely, and then shaving the third teeth right here, just down a little bit. So then later the gears will get full contact and hit this little last little guy right here. Alright, get that close up for you guys. Boom, right there. Alright, what happened with my last piston, of course, was that it stripped after around like 6 months of using a LiPo battery. No, not 6, more like 8. Okay, and as you can see, that's a stripped piston right there. That's what a stripped piston should look like. Let me focus in on that again. God damn it! I am phoning with my iPhone, guys, so I'm sorry. There we go, stripped piston. You'll see it. Gay, whatever, fuck the iPhone. Alright, whatever. Next up we have the tappet plate. This little red thing right here is a tappet plate. Alright, what it does is as this little nub right here on your gears are spinning back, it will hit the tappet plate, causing the tappet plate to go back and let your let another BB get fed up through the into the hop-up system. Alright, and what it does is just keep cycling back and forth, back and forth, back and forth as the gears are spinning. That's all it does. So let's remove that. And the whole upper gearbox assembly area just comes apart. Okay, this is the tappet spring as well. A little spring right here is a tappet spring. Alright, and right here we have the air nozzle. Alright, this is the modify air nozzle with a O-ring inside of it. As you can see, it's got a little O-ring in there. Alright, modify air nozzle helps really great with compression. And right up next we have the cylinder right here. As you can see, it's ported as well. This the name escapes me of what piston it was, what cylinder it was. I mean, and it's really great, by the way. So highly recommend it if you guys want a ported piston. Ported cylinder head, as it really helps with the sending the BB down to the barrel and having it accelerate a lot more easily, a lot more better, by the way. And up here we have the Magic Box cylinder head with a triple O-ring, I believe. Yeah, it was a triple O-ring cylinder head, and it works phenomenal. Okay, it's works really great. I'm almost getting 100% compression with this, and as you can see, as the piston passes the ported area, it kind of just stops. See, that is superb compression right there. All right, stock cylinder head is this thing from King Arms, brass. You know, it's just really bad. All right, next up we have the modified pre-shimmed gear sets right here. This is it works great. 16.32 to 1 ratio gears, standard ratio gears, and it's very great. Works okay with some nice bearings in there. Right here we have the anti-reversal latch. All right, let me remove this for you guys. Right there. See how it all stays together? Very smooth. Very smooth. Alright, right here we have the anti-reversal latch right there. This little guy. The ASCU tells you to remove the anti-reversal latch, but unless you're using a strong enough motor. But I saw that, having no anti-reversal latch really strains on the motor a lot more. And it just doesn't help. It's a lot better to have the anti-reversal latch in there to help with the motor out a little bit. Plus, it helps make the air nozzle have a full cycle, so you don't like double feed BB and stuff whatnot. Next up in here we have the trigger system. Now, what usually AAGs come with is stock AAG trigger system, which is just this thing and this thing right here. And what it does is that every time the trigger is pulled, it pushes this little guy into here, making a connection, and then they're having the energy to flow through and to the motor. Okay, this is the King Arms trigger wire system, and if you're using a LiPo battery that's higher than 15C, what happens is that the trigger contact right here start frying. These little teeth right here, down there, they start frying up, and then later on, you'll be pushing as hard as you can, and then no contact will be made because that whole area is just fried. All right. So if you want to use a LiPo, on a regular gun, make sure it's like 15C, but be warned, you will fry out your contacts sooner or later. All right, and it's a bitch just to get into the gearbox if it's your first time. All right. And right here is where the trigger safety would be. Right here, if the selector plate was moved forward into the position, the trigger safety would actually be turned up towards to the control unit, and then it would stop the trigger from hitting pushing the little guy right there into the two teeth to have that full connection. So that's what happens there. And having the ASCU, you don't really have room for that for the trigger safety. Right here we have the Bravo piston head right here, ported mushroom head, silent supposedly, not very great in conjunction with the Magic Box cylinder head. So as you can see, it has a little bit of a little wear down to it, a little type of like circle area right there. That's because it kept pushing into the little like type of sorbo pad type of thing in there inside the what's it called again? The magic box cylinder head. So that was not doing very well with compression as well. Switch that out. Today I will be switching out this piston this spring right here, with a new M120 spring, given by my friend. It's the KWA's M120 spring. It's from the SR10. All right, so that's all. That's all I'm gonna do today. That's pretty much the whole nitty gritty of the gearbox. Coming up will be the whole gun reassembled, and shooting, everything will be working. Hope to see you guys next time. Like, comment, rate, and subscribe. I'm sorry I can't be posting out videos like every week or every day. I got college, and I'm using my phone right now because I don't really have money for GoPros 2 or Contour Roam. So really sorry for that, guys. Hopefully what I'm doing will suffice. Alright. Well, that's it for this video, I guess. Thumbs out. Twill, nigga.